time.
Manson made calls and sent text messages to people in California, New Jersey, Florida, and British Columbia, but it wasn't known if the calls were crime-related.
Crime-related?
There's not much. They got to do a story on this. Who the fuck did Manson call?
Was he sexting?
You think he got some sexting done?
Yeah, he's taking pictures of his cock. Little swastika carved in that head, too. Great.
So Manson got called with a cell phone.
Aw.
Which is just very strange to me.
Fella.
I need to know who he called. If anyone knows, please send the info to us.
Yes.
They're hunting the bears.
Yeah, I guess in Jersey. There's another big bear hunt.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the Yogi Bear movies coming out.
Oy.
Looks great.
I got to understand, I guess that's for kids because that looks just so horrendously bad.
Have you seen that one,
Every
time one of those trailers comes on, my chick just goes, "We're gonna go see that in a couple of years." You know that?
Is that what happens?
Well, yeah. You got a kid though.
They do a pretty good job with kid movies in general.
Your kid's gonna want to see some shitty stuff.
I've been watching kid movies without having a kid for years. That Entangled is supposed to be really good.
Yeah, sure.
Or Tangled, I guess, right?
See,
Tangled?
that's like now he doesn't have any say over what he wants to watch. So you could put on kid stuff and be like, oh, that's cool. But they reach an age, and I know this from nieces, nephews, and that bullshit, and I'm sure you do too. They reach a certain age where they watch shit that isn't even fucking entertaining to an adult on any level.
Yeah, but not only do they watch shit, what I've learned from my nephews and nieces, they watch the same shit about 1,000 times.
Over and over again.
And it's new to them every time they want to watch it. And you're sitting there going, holy crap, I know every line from this horseshit movie.
You really coming away with anything from Dora the Explorer?
Oh, God.
Bob the Builder? Did you come away with anything from Bob the Builder?
Oh, God.
Or the train? What was the train?
Thomas
the fucking train. It's
about the backyard.
Backyardigans.
The Backyardigans.
I know that one already. And they only have one on demand, so I got to go and get the DVD because the one on demand is driving me fucking nuts.
You know how much kid stuff I've just downloaded illegally on the internet?
You should.
just because I can't take the 3 that are on demand.
Well, what I do is I sit them in front of my Mac and we do some YouTube exploring some shit and some of the old stuff, which I enjoy too. Yeah, I threw some Bugs. I threw some Bugs Bunny at him.
Bugs, was he laughing?
Yeah, he seemed to be enjoying it. Whatever the fuck goes on in his tiny little brain.
Bugs rules.
He seemed to be into it.
Old school Bugs.
Old school Bugs.
Anything pre-1970 around there. You can't go past 1970 with Bugs.
No.
Yeah, they really fucked it up. The animation sucked. The voice sucked.
It was done by 1970?
Yeah, 1970. Anything newer than that? Ugh.
We've done the bit a million times, but it's worth repeating how they just butchered our old cartoons. It's unbelievable. You don't even recognize them.
Nah.
They take out all the violence, the guns, everything.
Yeah, Yosemite Sam was always shooting people.
Right.
He was shooting at people.
They can't even show any of those.
No. Yeah,
all right.
I don't like that at all.
But they're hunting the bears.
Yeah, this is what they do to keep the bear population down in Jersey. See, many years ago, I guess people just went out popping animals, and after a while, you start running out of the animals.
Right.
And then they put in these laws in place that make the animal population grow. And then after a while, it's like, wow, now they're starting to go in people's backyards, and they're eating garbage. And
I'm not a fan of shooting the animals in general. It's not my thing, but
I'm not either.
But they got this whole thing figured out
I'm not a hunter.
To just try to keep the numbers to a point where the bears could, live their lives.
Yeah, there's a delicate balance there. And sorry, we're in the picture. We're part of the animal population, so we got to kind of.
So they're extremely strict with the hunters, and they figure the number out, and they say, okay, this year we're going to allow you to kill a certain amount of bears. It's all on the up and up.
Yeah, it's
they got to tag them,
and they know that they pretty much can count these fucking things. They know how many are around. They know how many are pregnant, and they take how many cubs they think are going to be born next year, and they kill off some of the bears, a similar number the year before, so that they have stuff to eat.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's the story.
New Jersey's largest mammal, the black bear, will go from predator to prey today. About 6,500 hunters received permits for the Garden State's latest hunt, designed to keep the black bear population under control and away from people's homes.
4 o'clock in the morning, I had a bear rip my shed apart and try to drag the deer out.
Today's hunt, the state's third since 2003, was given the final go-ahead after a state appellate court rejected an appeal by animal rights activists.
When the Division of Fish and Wildlife says that the bear hunt is only one component, it's the only component, because they have no money for non-lethal, and non-lethal is the only thing that works. This hunt is not about safety. It's not about population.
What is it?
It's about trophies, rugs, and wall mounts.
State wildlife officials disagree. They say from January to July of this year, there's been one bear attack on a human, but 26 home entries and more than 500 nuisance incidents.
Nuisance. I like that. It's like one death, some home entries, and then nuisance incidents.
Look, is there trophies involved?
Some money.
Is there some bear rugs involved? Of course, but that's not the only reason. No. They only want to take 300 to 400 bears, right? And at that, the state is going to just stop the hunting.
Yeah. They know how many tags they give out.
As soon as they get the proper amount of tags, then it's done. It's over with. And if you fucking leave the woods with a bear that's not tagged, you're in fucking deep shit.
Forgot my tags.
You're in deep shit.
It's my tags.
You're in deep doo-doo.
I want to be in full compliance.
But the guy bitching about how a bear went ripping through his screen or whatever the fuck he said. And whatever.
Dragging his fucking dinner away.
You chose to live that close to the animals. Deal with it.
Yeah, well, that's just it. They kind of pour into suburbia after a while. We have a big deer problem on Long Island, especially out east. If they don't hunt deer out there, it gets crazy to the point where it's cruel for the deer to not hunt them. Sounds odd. But if you just let them reproduce, they will fuck and have baby deer until they're starving and diseased and wandering out into the highways.
Can you say until the cows come home?
Well, there's a cow hunt going on, too, so they won't be coming home.
Yeah, the deers end up suffering, man.
Yeah.
It's not the old days where they had
starve.
They had the entire Long Island to fucking feed off.
All of Long Island was grazing land.
Yeah, there's not a lot of areas for these deer to keep,
No. So they just they're very strict with how many permits they give out and tags, and then you hunt. That's what people do. We hunt animals until we stop eating fucking animals and making shit out of fur and stuff. Animal rights people could fuck off. Yeah. It's not like they're just going, and they picture it as just a yeehaw, thousands of people running around with guns shooting anything that moves. It's not it. Hunters are very respectful of the animal kingdom.
We got two guys that are right in the middle of bear country in Jersey. Adam, go ahead.
Camden?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Good morning. Yeah, I live in northern New Jersey, has the biggest bear problem, and I think Vernon, New Jersey, is where I live, is probably the heart of it. I mean, we've probably got about 600 to 700 bears, in our town, and there's fanatics that want you to believe that, like, we're just going around blowing away the bears for rugs. Like, nobody's got bearskin rugs.
Gaudy.
Yeah. I used to live
put it in your man cave.
Yeah, man. Look, I bagged this bear.
Guess what?
Yeah, really. I used to live in this condo complex on there's a ski resort here in my town, and every time there's a new bear,
they got a radio show.
Yeah. They would, every time there's a nuisance bear that gets into a dumpster or whatever, they would tag it in the ear or whatever. I had this bear in my dumpster outside one day. This thing had it had on collars, 6 tags. It had
tattoos and flaming shoes.
Exactly. Then I moved across town. Another, the whole town's fairly wooded. It's like 60 square miles or something. I went outside with my kid in my carriage one day to go to work in his little stroller or whatever, and there was a mother bear in my yard with 6 cubs, like right at the front steps of my house. So, nice. I mean, I'm a hunter, but I don't want to just go out there and just shoot crap for the hell of it. I mean, it's fun. I own a lot of guns and whatever, but
can I ask you something?
Yeah.
How do you kill a bear? I understand that I've turned the corner. I kind of understand that why it's being done, but how do you actually see a bear 100 yards away or whatever and actually pull that fucking trigger?
Well, It's just got to be something you're into. I mean, I've been a hunter for a while.
Have you ever heard him crying and suffering because you fucking didn't give him a death shot?
Listen, man, have you ever bought an $800 Weber grill to have a bear drag it off?
This guy's like, fuck him.
He's heard this shit enough.
Guy stole my barbecue.
Right.
I'm fucking drilling him.
You know, you make a good point. That would enrage me too.
$800 grill. I grilled 4 burgers on it. The bear wanted the grease on it. He dragged it through my yard.
That's fucking great. What do you use?
You showed me.
What do you use to hunt bear?
An 870 with slugs. There's nothing else you can use. And especially
Yeah.
you can't use a rifle. So.
Can't use a rifle. Got to use shotgun with slugs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So and I don't know if they allow bear baiting in New Jersey. I see it on TV where they have they put out bait and the bear comes to it. I don't think you could do that. I think you got to just either walk through the woods and find them, or sit in a tree stand. And
What about bow? They allow bow?
Not yet.
On a bear. That'd be nice, right? There's a challenge.
You want to hear some suffering?
Yeah, there's a little challenge though. He might come around and fucking charge you.
Yeah.
Although black bears aren't. They're not grizzlies. Like everybody thinks, oh, bear.
Black bears.
They could get pretty big, but not like a grizzly or anything.
The brown ones are the worst, right?
Brown bear's pretty nasty.
I remember from that weird documentary with
grizzlies are fucking the worst.
What was the fucking bear documentary again? Where the guy, huh?
Grizzly Man?
Grizzly Man.
Grizzly Man.
That fucking documentary ruled.
They say if a bear is chasing you and you don't know if it's a brown bear or a grizzly, he goes, run up a tree. The brown bear will climb up and get you, and the grizzly will just knock the tree down.
Wow.
That's a little hunter humor for you.
And I took it as seriously.
Yeah, it's a little joke because
Very
you're
good.
dead no matter what.
Let's go to Rob in Jersey. Thanks for the call, Adam. Rob, what do you want to add to this?
Guys?
Hey, man.
I just want to tell you that years ago, the Division of Fish and Game reintroduced bears to New Jersey in the 70s, and that was to strictly hunt bears in the future. So, I mean, they
guess
were
it's the
put there
future.
for a purpose.
Yeah, huh?
The hunter's licenses also.
Well, I just don't want to hear the homeowner bitching because there's a bear in their backyard. You know, you chose to live that close to them.
Well, you know what? You're right. And just in the morning when you come out of the house, if there's a raccoon in your garbage, you're like, holy shit, there's a raccoon. But you come out of the house and you're turning around and holy shit, there's a bear.
Right.
Well, that's just the thing. The people are living in areas that don't normally have bears in them, and when the bears overpopulate, they start
really
out.
pushing forward.
So that's why they blast a few of them. I don't know. I'm not a hunter.
I'm really not interested in shooting a bear myself personally, but I'm all for it. And the other thing is that most of these people that are complaining don't live anywhere near these bears. That's the problem.
Well, of course, they're living their little loft somewhere.
Sure.
Man.
Ant's a big gun guy, but not a hunter, right?
Yeah, I'm a big gun guy, not a hunter. I don't like hunting. I don't mind people hunting. It's just not for me. I feel bad. I've hunted before, and I've had no problem with it. You know, I've eaten what I killed and shit like that. But, to go out and just, blast something like that, not my cup of tea. I'd rather wait for a home invasion.
Right.
That'll happen, Ant.
You know,
It'll happen.
Just have
it's
patience.
what it is. People are going to complain about it. It's got to get done, and hopefully, there's no incidents.
All right.
Yeah,
bud.
I could wait for a
Thank you.
bear to enter my house. That'd be nice.
Sure.
Then I could hunt.
Sure.
And get the home invasion and everything over with in one shot.
You don't have deer in your area, do you?
Yeah.
You
there's
do?
some. Yeah.
No.
In some of the more, like some of the park areas.
Really?
There. Yeah. Some of
I
the
always think
parks.
deer is just pretty much way out east. On Long
No,
Island.
they're all over Long Island. I think they stop at the Queens border. But they're all over the fucking
No
place.
kidding. Mike in Jersey. Mike.
What's going on, guys?
Kodiak Grizzlies are the worst. Thank you,
Ooh.
Logan from Scranton.
Kodiak Grizzly.
Yes.
Sounds nasty.
What do you got, brother?
What's going on? Yeah, I got a little, information with bear hunt in Jersey. I'm going tomorrow with my buddy. You can bait bears in Jersey. You just can't. You have to be out in the open. You can't use a blind or a tree stand when you bait the bears. You can bait them with pretty much anything. Me and my buddy are going to be doing a honey burn where you just pretty much burn honey in a pot, and the smell gets into the air, and they, the sweetness, they come running towards it.
Tigger, somebody's burning honey in a pot. And there he goes, bullet in his little poo head.
Pretty much. Plug right through the lungs and knock them down. But they do make a horrible sound. It's one of the if you YouTube it and you get bow and arrow shots with bears, it's a sound that's like unhuman-like. It's just crazy.
Can we get a video of that up, Danny, if you find a good one? I want to see why YouTube would allow that, but not my dumb video.
And sometimes with bears too.
Bears suffering and crying, but my dumb video where I call someone out, oh no, that's too nasty for the YouTube community.
What is the thing with the shotgun? Why can't you use a rifle?